What would I spend £1 million on? I'm not Irish, no. I'm English. £1 million. I don't know what I would do with that much money. I would share it, I think. You know, I'd help some people that needed some money, and then I'd definitely move house. There's one thing I would do, because I want a bigger house. Go on a nice holiday. But I think mainly or maybe buy a new car. Not much. I wouldn't do much.
What would you spend 1 million on? That's a good question. What would you spend £1 million on?
Fucking leave this country.
I would leave this country and buy a house somewhere.
Twins or straight sisters?
What would we call each other? Twins?
Like, I don't know. I would invest it. I would literally just invest every single cent, and then off the dividends that I make off that, I would spend it on living and just like not have to worry about anything ever again.
What would you spend £1 million on? Probably I'd invest it here or something like that. I'd spend it on. What did that say? What was that comment say? What did you spend £1 million on? What I'd spend £1 million on, I wouldn't spend it on. I'd invest it in something. Yeah. Because if you invest it in something, guys, if you invest in £1 million, you get more money off it. So you might as well invest it. Buy a house, make your household nice, have kids, have a family, invest your money. There's no point spending money on absolute shit, doing drugs, drinking, because it's not good for you.
This is all wired. I love it.
What would you spend £1 million on? A house.
Yeah, a house.
What would you spend 1 million on? If I had £1 million, I would buy a nice little woodland cottage, or just like a little small house, but like an old school house, like an old cottage. But I'd have a pool in the back, so there'd be a swimming pool, and then I would travel the world and help people in need, so poor countries, and I would give to the poor and do charity work if I had £1 million. And I'd also make sure my mummy were okay. I'd treat my mum, make sure she was okay. And then, take me and my partner and go doing something nice and helping other people.
What would you spend £1 million on? To get my fucking car fixed.
Fixed.
And probably figs. And
What would you spend £1 million on? A house. Defo. Think property is the best investment.
What would you spend £1 million on? I'd instantly go travelling around the world for 2 years. And buy the house I'm living in at the moment. So my 2 other housemates don't have to pay rent. And they can focus on their creative endeavours a bit more. Because I don't want to move house. I'm in a very lovely household. Yep. And then fund my friend's short film. Give him a couple grand to do that. Because I'm going to be the sound recordist for that. It's going to be filmed in my house. So it'd be cool to pay all the crew and that. What else would I do? Buy a very expensive bicycle because I love bikes. It'd be cool to have like a really lightweight, expensive bike. I've always wanted to just drop like $5,000 on a bike for no apparent reason. I think that'd be cool. I'll be that geezer, a middle-aged geezer who has never bought a car but buys loads of bikes. I'll be that dude. For sure.
What would you spend £1 million on? What would I spend £1 million on? Bloody hell. It's actually quite a deep question, to be fair. It's actually quite a deep question because I'd pay off my granddad's funeral. Buy my mum house, buy my dad house. Make sure they're alright. And sort my brothers and sisters out, probably. What would you spend £1 million on?
What would you spend $1 million on? What would you spend $1 million on? If you've got $1 million to give me. Let's have a look. What would you spend $1 million on? What would you spend $1 million on? Moving out of England. Moving out to the UK, that's what I'll do.
What would you spend $1 million on?
Strippers and cocaine, 100%.
Anal beads.
Yeah.
They all my arse so my foreskin realigned.
I'd be dead in a week. I'd absolutely sniff myself to death.
Like Henry the Hoover.
Your life is sexually content. Be suggestions.
Can't talk about fucking anything.
You're not allowed to talk about good. What, you're not allowed to talk about prostitutes?
Can't talk about prostitutes.
Can you not talk about sniffing white powder? But listen. It's Mongrex.
What would you spend £1 million on? Probably get a nice house, not too big. Get a stable, have a horse.
Pay my house off and invest the rest of the money and become even more rich.
It's not rich anyway, but...
I'm not rich. But...
Would you spend... What would you spend £1 million on?
£1 million on?
Yeah. Angie...
Why is she calling me the blue one when she knows who I am, bruv?
Me and babe. Yeah.
What would I spend £1 million on?
Yeah.
Family.
What a response, Chacho. What would you spend £1 million on, Wasif?
Real estate.
Chacho, someone's trying to send it for you.
Huh? What was that?
Someone's trying to send it for you. Someone wants some here.
What would you spend $1 million on? Pe ce o să... Dar de ce, Alexandru, de ce scrii în engleză? Pe ce aș cheltui $1 milion? Băi, nu prea l-aș cheltui. Dacă mi-ar veni așa la simplu, o parte aș dona, pentru că banii care vin ușor trebuie să plece ușor, și o parte i-aș investi în ceva. Nu cred că i-aș cheltui neapărat.
Oh, what would I spend £1 million on? See, if I had that kind of money, I'd more than likely use it to make a difference. I wouldn't want to use it on myself. Not all of it anyway. I don't think I could spend $1 million on myself. Yeah.
Don't even know what I would spend $1 million on. Oh, I'd splash $1 million in about 3 days. Actually, probably I would. First, I'll get a car. No, I'd get a house, then a car. Yeah, probably. And then
Everyone in my comments tell me what you would spend £1 million on.
What is this YouTube channel? Why is my phone leaning?
I'd get a house and a car, but I probably wouldn't have anything left.
What you want to spend 1 million on? I don't know. Maybe 1,000 universes on TikTok.
هو ده اسمه 1 مليون. ايميلها بعدها طرش عليه. How do 1 billion? I buy houses and I give money to my family, and I don't know what else I'll do. I'll do a lot though. Buy cars, buy watches, invest, keep investing. Because when that finish, I'll be rich. But when you get 1 million, leave your mum alone.
What would I spend £1 million on? I can't lie. I'd probably buy my daddy a house big enough so it can accommodate my little brother with his autism and whatever else. Buy myself an house. Do me driving. I'd do a lot with £1 million. There's a lot to do with £1 million. I'd probably invest it as well. What would you spend £1 million on?
What would I spend £1 million on? Yeah, I haven't seen your comments, Scott. Thank you, Marion. £1 million. I would buy myself a nice house so I didn't have to pay rent again. I would buy a Jeep Wrangler because that's always been my dream car. I would pay for a lot of things for family and stuff. Make sure they're sorted. I think I'd try and save some, but I think by the time I've done all those things, thanks for the rose, pal, I'd probably be skint again. I'd spend it on Egg Club merchandise.
What would I spend 1 million on? Fuck knows. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I'd probably invest it. I'd give some to a charity, not like loads, but like I'd give some to like 2 charities that I have really close to my heart. Probably pay off my debts and then invest it and save. I don't know.